Good morning. How are you? It's so good to see you. We'll sing and be happy 'cause we're all here together again. Good morning. I'm so glad you came back. We are in a brand new week. We're still in the month of April, but we're in a brand new week. We're going to count down all the way to this number right here. Okay? Are you ready? Let's start with 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, what does that 20 look like? It's a 2 and a 0. It is a 2 and a 0. What does that 2 represent? How many groups of 10? 2 groups of 10. And what does that 0 represent? 0 extra ones. So we've got 2 groups of 10 and 0 extra ones. All right? Now, let's take a look at our days of the week. How many days are in your week? 7. Let's sing them. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 All right, let's take a look at what day we are on. We are on Monday. See, 20? We're on Monday. What does Monday start with? M. Monday starts with M, and M says, good. Yesterday was Sunday. What does Sunday start with? No, that's not what it starts with. Sunday starts with an S. My dog loves me. Sunday starts with an S, and S says, very good. Yesterday was Sunday. Today is Monday. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. Tuesday starts with what letter? T, and T says t, t, t. Very good. There are 7 days in your week. How many months in your year? 12. Let's sing them. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, December. These are the months of the year. Very good. And we are in the month of April. We have a couple weeks left, this week and next, right? And we'll be heading into May. All right, let's take a look in our teacher book. All right. Do you notice our calendar usually lasts a little bit longer when we're at school? I think it lasts longer because we have jobs and we have lunch count. So who wants to be line leader today? Everybody. You can be line leader of your house. So wherever you're walking to, you can be line leader, and you can be line leader, and you can be line leader. Okay? Everybody gets to be line leader today. And if you don't want to be line leader, pick a job. You can have your very own job at home. It's your choice. All right, so let's take a look at our teacher book. We have a new essential question this week. We finished up talking about what do we know about the United States, and then this week, here is our new concept, look to the sky. And our new essential question says, what do you see in the sky? What do you see in the sky? All right, so I am looking in the sky because I'm outside. I can look in the sky. All right, I see in the blue sky, I see some clouds today. I do see some clouds today, but they're white clouds. They're not rain clouds or storm clouds. They are white clouds. I see white clouds, and I see the sunshine because it is daytime. So those are the things I see in the daytime. Sometimes you'll see planes in the sky. Planes don't necessarily stay in the sky. They travel through the sky, right? They fly. So planes usually travel through the sky, and we'll usually see birds in the sky, but they don't necessarily stay in the sky. They're also kind of just passing through, right? Um, at nighttime, the sky looks a little different. It's not blue anymore. It's not a beautiful blue background. Um, it's dark, right? We don't. It's not a beautiful blue sky. It is dark. You can sometimes see clouds at night. If there's enough light reflecting, you can see some clouds in the sky. Stars. You can see stars in the sky, and the moon. Most days of the month, you can see the moon in the sky. So I can't wait to jump into this and learn a little bit more about the sky. Um, do you know any songs that have to do with things that are in the sky? Let's see. I don't know any songs about clouds. I know a song about rain, but not clouds. The sunshine. Oh, I know one about the sunshine. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. No, please don't take my sunshine away. I love that song. I actually have a picture of some of those lyrics on the wall in my living room. So I actually really like that song. Okay, let's think. Do we know any songs about the moon? Blue moon. That one's too old for you guys. Okay, what about the stars? We know a song about the stars. I actually sing this song every single night to baby Brant, twice actually. One time while he's laying in bed, and then the second time while I'm rocking him. We have this whole thing, and it takes forever. But it's this song. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. I love that song too. All right, you know Miss Ball has a song for just about everything except the clouds. I need to find a song about clouds. All right, so the teacher book really missed the mark, I think, on this because they could have really given us that twinkle, twinkle, little star. Instead, they gave us a little poem, and it goes like this. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might, have the wish I wish tonight. Now, when I was younger, I used to say that poem and wish on stars, and it's still fun to do, to make a wish on a star, especially the first star that comes out. That's what I always thought when I was little. Ooh, you had to make a wish on the first star. So let's pretend like it's nighttime. Okay, pretend like it's nighttime. Close your eyes. Okay, close your eyes and say the poem with me. All right, you ready? Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might, have the wish I wish tonight. Okay, keep your eyes closed. Make a wish. Okay, did you make a wish? Don't tell anybody your wish, because if you tell your wish, it won't come true. It's your wish. Okay? All right, we have 2 new vocabulary words this week. 2 new vocabulary words. The first word is the word distance. Distance is how far one object is from another object. The distance between my home and school is 1 mile. You can take a school bus to travel a long distance. All right, you ready for your turn and talk? Just like last week, if you have somebody in the room with you while you're working, or if you have your reading buddy you can talk to, your reading buddy might not answer back, and that's okay. But here's your turn and talk. Is there a lot of distance between your home and your best friend's home? All right, think about that. Is there a lot of distance between your home and your best friend's home? Go ahead and turn and talk. All right. So let me think. Is there a lot of distance between your home and your best friend's home? So Miss Ball actually has a lot of really good close friends. I'm very lucky and I have so many good friends. Um, so a lot of my friends aren't nearby. So I have my best friend from when I was in school. She lives in Valdosta, so I definitely have to drive to her house. Valdosta is it's probably an hour and a half away, driving in a car. So I'd say that that's a pretty good distance away. My other best friends, I have my mom friends. They have kids like me. One of my best mom friends, she actually doesn't live very far from me. I could probably walk to her house. But it gets really hot, and the road that I live on is really busy, so it probably wouldn't be safe for me to walk. But she's probably the closest distance to my house. I have another mom friend. She's pretty far. She's from where I am. She's past Chairs, past the railroad track, cross another big road, and then you can get to her house. So I probably would not walk to her house either. So she's a good distance. And then I have my teacher friends. I have a lot of teacher friends. And they all live pretty far from me too. The closest teacher friend that I have is actually a third grade teacher. I could probably maybe walk to her house. I could definitely ride a bike to her house. But yeah, so a lot of my best friends are pretty far. I've only got one that I can actually walk to her house if I wanted to. But it gets hot, so I usually ride in my car. All right, your next word, so we have distance. Your next word is the word recognize. Say recognize. Say it again. That's a hard word. Recognize. 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 Got it? All right. Recognize. To recognize is to know you have seen something before. I recognize the new teacher because I met him last week. The children are looking and waving at the new teacher, and the teacher is waving back. The children recognize the new teacher because they have seen him before. All right. Here is your turn and talk. My dog's somewhere behind me. All right. Here is your turn and talk question. It says, do you recognize everyone in the class? Why or why not? All right, turn and talk. All right, so do you recognize everyone in class? I think that even if, oh, there's a bee, y'all. My dog and a bug. Just like we're in class, Miss Ball gets so distracted. I think that I would recognize you guys even if you had purple hair. I think even if you had no hair. I think if you wore a hat or a Spider-Man mask, I think I would recognize you. It's been a long time since I've seen you, but I think I would still recognize you. All right. So let's take a look here. Here we go. High in the sky. What do you see in the sky? All right, so that's going to be our theme for this week. All right, so this unit, this chapter, is a review week. We aren't going to learn any more sight words. I'm sorry, no, we still have sight words. We're not going to learn any more letters because you guys are rock stars and you learned all 26 of our letters and their sounds, and I'm so proud of you. Give yourself a pat on the back. Kiss your brain. Say, I'm so smart. You are so smart. So this is kind of just a review week. We're not going to be introducing anything new. No new sight words. No new letter sounds. Next week, though, we will pick back up with some sight words and we'll pick back up with some vowel sounds that are a little different than the vowel sounds we've already learned. Okay? All right. So we have a story to read this week. And I actually really like this story. Some of the stories we read with our teacher book are not my favorite, but I really do actually enjoy this story. And this book is actually really big, so work with me here. All right. The title of this book is called Bringing Down the Moon. Bringing Down the Moon. The author is Jonathan Emmett, and it's illustrated by Vanessa Cabin. Jonathan Emmett is the author, so what did he do? He wrote the words. All right. Vanessa Cabin is the illustrator. What did she do? She drew the pictures, right? All right, so the genre of this story, if you look at it, it is not going to be an informational text like our story last week. It is not an informational text. What do you think it is? It is a fiction. It is a fiction story. It is made up. The author made up the story and made up the characters. Now, we're going to take it one step further. It is not only just a fiction story, it is a type of fiction story known as a fantasy fiction. We've talked about that before. Remember, fantasy fictions have made up characters and events, and a lot of the things in the story could never happen in real life, and in this case, it's animals that are talking. As much noise as my dog makes, she's not actually talking, right? She is barking. All right, so there's a few words in the story that you're going to hear. We're going to go over some word meanings. When you hear the word, you're just going to do a little tug, 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 like I heard the word. You might listen for the word distance, and you might listen for the word recognize, but 3 more words. Are you ready? These are not vocabulary words. For us, they're just some words you might not know. The word poking. Say poking. Poking. It's when you're pushing at something. So like when you poke your brother or poke your sister, or maybe your mom or dad to be silly, you're pushing at them. All right, say tripped. Tripped. Yeah, tripped. We've all done that before. We have all tripped over our own feet or tripped over a toy that we didn't clean up. Tripped. All right, and the last word, you know this word, puddle. It's exactly what a puddle is. It's water that is on the ground. Okay? All right, so poking, tripped, and puddle. My dog has seen something else she is interested in, so if you hear her bark, I apologize. My dog loves me very much and has not left my side since we started this distance learning. I love my dog. I don't mind until she barks in the middle of our lessons. So, you get Miss Ball and you get Bailey. That's my Bailey girl. All right, bringing down the moon. I think she's concerned that I lost my job. Why are you home all the time, Mom? She's used to her quiet time, and I'm definitely not giving her that. All right, here we go. Slide my computer back a little bit. Sorry, guys. All right, here we go. Hot diggity, exclaimed Mole as he burrowed out of the ground one night. Whatever's that? The moon was hanging in the sky above him like a bright silver coin. Mole thought that it was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen. Whatever it is, I must have it, Mole said to himself. I know, I'll jump up and pull it down. Thump, thump, thumpity bump. Mole was so busy jumping, he didn't think about the noise he was making, and he woke up Rabbit in her burrow. I told y'all this book is really big. Slide back so y'all can see it. There, let's see if that works. Mole, said Rabbit, what on earth do you think you're doing? Hello, Rabbit, said Mole. I'm trying to pull down that shiny thing. You mean the moon? Asked Rabbit. So that's what it's called, said Mole. You'll never do that, said Rabbit. It's not as close as it looks. But Mole would not give up. I know, he thought. I'll get a stick and poke it down. He found a long stick and poked it. up at the moon. Swish, swish, swishity swish. Mole was so busy poking that he tripped over Hedgehog. Oh, you know what else was poking? He was so busy poking that he tripped over Hedgehog in his bed of leaves. Mole, grunted Hedgehog, what are you up to? Hello, Hedgehog, said Mole. I'm trying to poke down the moon. You'll never do that, said Hedgehog. It's not as close as it looks. But Mole would not give up. I know, he thought. I'll throw something at it and knock it down. He found some acorns and threw them at the moon. Plink, plink, plinkety plink. Ouch, said Squirrel. Mole, have you gone nuts? Hello, Squirrel, said Mole. I'm trying to knock down the moon. You'll never do that, said Squirrel. It's not as close as it looks. But Mole wanted the moon so badly he would not give up. I know, he thought. I'll climb a tree and carry it down. Mole had never climbed a tree before. It was hard work, and he was scared to be so far from the ground. But he kept on going until he saw the moon resting in the leaves above him. Mole stretched out his paws, but just when he thought he had the moon, he slipped. Oh, eek, ouch, oh! Mole tumbled down and landed splash in the middle of a puddle. Hot diggity drat, thought Mole. I almost had it that time. Then he noticed something floating in the puddle beside him. It was pale and wrinkled, but Mole recognized it at once. The moon, whispered Mole. It must have fallen down with me. He reached out to pick up the moon, but as soon as he touched it, it broke into pieces and vanished. Mole sat in the puddle and cried. Rabbit, Hedgehog, and Squirrel came running up. Are you all right, Mole? Said Rabbit. I'm all right, sobbed Mole, but the moon isn't. I pulled it down and I broke it, and it was so beautiful, and now I'll never see it again. Oh, Mole, said Rabbit, you couldn't have pulled down the moon, and you couldn't have broken it, said Hedgehog. And you'll certainly see it again, said Squirrel. Look! High up in the sky above them, the moon was coming out from behind a cloud. Oh, whispered Mole, and it's just as beautiful as ever. Mole, Rabbit, Hedgehog, and Squirrel stood and stared up at the moon together. It is beautiful, said Rabbit. Very beautiful, said Hedgehog. Very beautiful, said Hedgehog. Very beautiful indeed, said Squirrel. Yes, said Mole, but it's not as close as it looks. I really do like that story. Poor Mole didn't know what to think. Big old white shiny thing in the sky. Hey, he's never seen that before. All right, we'll discuss that book a little bit more tomorrow. All right. So since this week is a review week, we are going to go over some of the sounds we've learned in this unit. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read 3 words. I'm going to read 3 words. And you're going to show me with your hands what letter it begins with. Okay, all 3 words are going to begin with the same letter. All right? All right, are you ready? All right, your first set of words. Your first set of words: guitar, goat, girl. What's the same beginning sound in guitar, goat, and girl? What letter is that? G. G, g, g. All right, you ready? Umpire, undershirt, up. Umpire, undershirt, up. They all begin with the U sound. You ready? Gorilla, game, gate. Gorilla, game, gate. G, g, g. What sound? G. G, g. Gulping Gatorade. Ready? Web, watermelon, water. Web, watermelon, water. What sound? W, 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 W. Next. Jewelry, juggle, juice. Jewelry, juggle, juice. J, 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 J. Very good. Bird, bike, boil. Bird, bike, boil. What sound? B, b, b. That's the B sound. Next. October, otter, ostrich. October, otter, ostrich. When you go to the doctor, you say, ah. What sound? Oh, good. Vegetables, volcano, violin. Vegetables, volcano, violin. What sound do you hear? Good. V. Last one. Newspaper, nose, night. Newspaper, nose, night. What sound? N. Remember, the N is 2 and got your nose. All right. Good job. I think that is it for our teacher book today. Quick lessons when we're just reviewing, right? All right. Let me make sure. Yep. All set with that lesson. All righty. So you are going to pull out from your packet this page right here with the gorilla on it. All right. What I want you to do on this page, instead of, we're going to just skip what the directions say, so don't read the directions. We're going to do it completely different. I want you to just write the letter that each picture begins with, okay? Whatever it begins with, you write it, all right? Gorilla, tent, under. Wolf, gate, umpire. Umbrella, alligator, window. Okay? So we're switching it up. You're just going to write the letter right underneath it. Okay? On the back, we have a character setting and events. Characters are who is in the story. Setting is where does it take place. And the events is something that happened. So the first row, number 1, color the character, the main character in the story. Who wanted to pull down the moon? Color that character. Number 2, you are going to color the setting. Now, they are trying to trick you a little bit because if you look, there's 2 pictures that are very similar, just at different times of the day. Color the setting where the story took place. And then last, you're going to color the picture that shows how Mole brought down the moon, or how he thought he brought down the moon. Okay? All right, so you will do that page. You will scoot over to iReady, and you will do at least 20 minutes of reading. Okay? And that is it. That is all I have for you today. So I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow. I love you. Bye.